events and trying to figure it out, and there's something to that.
So I'm from the Wirral in England, which is where Hoylake is, and I'm actually a double junior club champion there. So I know you won an Open there, but if there's any tips you need, I can easily pop round. Got a men's club championship as well, just so it's legit.
One thing I learned is I hit driver there, one time.
It was burnt out when it
got
was.
a club men's club championship as well, just so it's legit. One thing I learned is it was going down 16 there, or 15.
It was burnt out when it was.
One thing I learned is
I've done it many times.
But that's the only driver I hit the entire
One thing I learned
that's the only driver I hit the I love, being in the water. I love diving. So I found out about spearfishing, and I love, tank diving, spearfishing, and the ultimate is free diving. Figuring that out.
Yeah, and how do you know your limits?
I think it's just practice, it's training. I've done
how do you
dive
know your
courses, how
limits?
to breathe up properly. So doing static apnea tests. Trying to stay calm, trying to figure all that out. It just takes time.
With all these things going on, parenting, kicking soccer balls around the golf course, fishing, kids are getting into all sorts of sports. How do these things going on, parenting, time for TGR, Fishing Foundation? Can you tell us a bit more about what it's like? start the game. So to wrap up our podcasts, we run speed-injected questions.
Okay.
So these are going to be quick-fire questions for you. 1997 Masters or 2019 Masters?
No, 97. That's where it all started.
Torrey Pines or Bethpage?
Torrey.
Dodgers or Raiders?
Crap.
You got to answer. If you could only watch one.
Raiders.
Favorite TV show right now?
Madam Secretary.
The one course, if you could play one for the rest of your life, where would it be?
St. Andrews.
Number of career hole-in-ones.
20.
What would you shoot left-handed?
A hole or
a round?
It would be high triple digits.
The one shot in your career you can have a mulligan on.
None.
That's a good answer. One event you haven't won yet, but you want to.
Well, my own event, Genesis Open.
And you're in everyone's dream foursome. So, what would be your dream foursome?
You know, that answer has changed because I used to always say it'd be just a twosome, me and my pops.
Yeah.
Now my son's starting to play. It would have been awesome to have 3 different generations: my son, me, and my pops all playing together.
That would be pretty awesome. I think to wrap this up, what you've done and impacted for all of us in the game of golf, and I include everyone here at TaylorMade,
What you've done,
everyone across the industry, whether it's media,
all of us
other players,
in the game of golf.
You've
And
touched
I include
all of us,
everyone here at TaylorMade.
I speak on behalf of TaylorMade myself. I can't thank you enough for that. It's something that may not come into your mind any day of the week, but you've taken the game out of myself. I can't thank you ran with something that may not come within you. All the wish, all the luck in the world to keep going and keep achieving. And thanks for joining us on the Team TaylorMade podcast.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for helping me achieve these goals, achieve these wins, because I certainly could not have done it, without you guys, and we'll continue to do my best to continue to win more events.
And we hope we can be more of a part of it. Everyone from the top down. It's fantastic. So, guys, thanks for listening. If you want to find Tiger on social media, you know all his tags. It's not going to be difficult. This podcast is found at the TaylorMade Golf website /podcast. I'm Trotty Golf on Instagram. You can catch all of our tips from the tour there, and it can of course be found on SoundCloud, Spotify, and iTunes. Hope you enjoyed it. Tiger Woods, great to have you on.
Yeah, thanks
buddy.
Appreciate it.
Cheers. Hi podcasters, welcome to the Team TaylorMade podcast. My name is Chris Trott, and I work out on the tour for TaylorMade, servicing the game's greatest players. In addition, I have the job of sitting down with some amazing athletes and celebrities discussing all things on and off the golf course. This episode's guest is one of the greatest athletes in sport, and he's joining us now on the top deck of the tour trailer at the Floridian. Tiger Woods, welcome to the Team TaylorMade podcast.
Thanks, Chris.
So, this is a rare visit to the trailer for you. We don't see you much on here.
No, I try and have all my equipment dialed in before I get here, and then try to do my work. And but no, I've been on here a few times, and the guys have been fantastic.
So that worries me, because if every player was like you, I'd be out of a job. You do know that.
No, I hear you.
You can't have them all like you.
I try and get all my work done at home,
okay,
and be ready to go.
Okay, good. So over the years, I used to work on the European tour, so I've got a funky accent, and travelled around, and I recall a time in July.
Once you load the site, press Connect Wallet in the top right corner to connect your MetaMask wallet. Once connected, you'll get a notification indicating a successful connection. Assuming you've minted some characters, you can now stake those in Thugs.
I turn on my heels, and I walk back out, and I'm like, oh my, it's Tiger Woods. And I forget even what I was going to the restroom for. So you come out, and I cruise back in, and I'm like, okay, I came in here to do what you do in a restaurant, I'm all good. But the intimidation of you, even on people that work around the tour, you bring it everywhere. You bring it like the game's greats bring that to any event. Do you play on that as a competitor? Do you feel it as an individual?
I don't feel all that intimidating in that way. I think that over time that I was always going to fight. And so, in this game, we're not being physically, dominating over another person per se. But I think that if you could be so consistent that you can wear out somebody over the course of a 4-day event, and I think I've done a decent job of that over the last 20 plus years.
Yeah, no joke. The P7 TWs. I'm, as much as people listening to this podcast and everyone, I'm intrigued by them. I think they're an amazing club. Yeah. I think your involvement is fantastic. I listen like everyone else to you in the media and your body and the shot makes and how you. I think your involvement. Yet your spec. I listen like everyone else play in the media and your body and the shot makes the same. I think your involvement. Yet your career. Why did you never consider changing, perhaps, I don't know, a length or a swing weight or a?
Right. I had been playing this setup basically since I was probably about 14 or 15 years old, and I never was one that struggled for length and distance. So I always had speed, and so it was always about control. And I was always a guy that I grew up in an era when we played a spinnier ball, and the whole idea was to try and take it off with your hands. And so I grew up in that era. So I was one of those guys that I was fortunate that I was long enough where I didn't have to deal off my irons, but also I like the fact that as time has gone on, as the ball's gotten harder, it's gotten less spinnier, I've been able to hit the ball basically the same distance, and so that really hasn't changed. I was fortunate enough to get to know Jack over the years, and Jack never changed his setup, and the 8-iron was going 150 yards. That was like the standard, and I hit my 8-iron maybe 160 yards. So it really hasn't really changed all that much for me, and I try to be as consistent as I possibly can. And one of the ways to do that was to have the same lofts, the same swing weight, same shafts, same grips,